Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. It's Adrian and you're welcome welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. I missed you. I hope you're doing amazing. I'm okay. I'm fine. Yeah, whatever. Wait, why did I just say that? That's weird, but I'm okay, I'm fine. But I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good. And disclaimer, if there is if there is like any background noise in the background, please just bear with me. It is what it is. I don't have a microphone. I'm just trying to work with whatever I have, and without wasting any time, let's just get right into today's episode. I don't know why I'm stuttering. That was weird, but anyways, let's get right into it. Oh man, I think I've got to be my biggest fan ever. I feel like I've always been a fan of myself, and I don't mean this in I don't mean this like in a narcissistic kind of way. Like, I'm obsessed with myself, and I can get over how smart I am, or I just can't get enough of myself. That's not what I mean. It's not about having a big ego or anything like that, or me being obsessed with myself for that matter. It's not like that at all, and I hope you don't take it like that. But I feel like I've always been my biggest fan ever, and I think when people talk about having issues with themselves, or simply not having a good relationships with themselves, that's something that I can relate to, kind of, because I guess I can think of a time where I kind of didn't have the best relationship with myself, and I think those were times where I wanted to be able to do certain things and I couldn't do them. I couldn't do that, or I couldn't achieve certain things, and then I would blame myself for things that I also knew that those things were really out of my control. Like, there is nothing that I could do at that time in order for me to do that, or I guess change things. So I would get mad at myself for that. Not that I hated myself, it's just that I'm somebody who, man, I'm ambitious, and when I want things to achieve something, and I have an expectation, and I expect something of me, or a certain performance, or to achieve a certain thing, I get serious. I get serious about that, and I always expect myself to be able to do that. And it can get weird sometimes, because for example, like that particular time, without getting deeper into that, those things were really out of my control. There was nothing that I could do to change things, and then I was just like getting mad at myself for absolutely nothing. So basically, that's the only time where at least I can like sit with myself and be like, okay, that probably wasn't, you weren't treating yourself the best during that time. You know what I mean? Because I was just like putting so much pressure on myself that I really didn't need to put on myself, and outside of that, other than that, I've always had a really great relationship with myself. Again, I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm just trying to make a point here, and I've always been my biggest fan, and I've always been my biggest fan. I am my biggest fan, and to be honest, I will always be my biggest fan before anybody else is, before my family become my biggest fans, or friends, or a significant other, or really just anybody. I think I've always been the kind of person who just deeply loves themselves. Again, I don't mean that in a narcissistic kind of way. I'm not obsessed with myself. I don't think I'm better than anybody. I truly do not. I think I'm in a lane of my own and in a league of my own. I'm in my own little world. Truly, I'm in my own little world. Sometimes I forget that there is other people out there, not because I'm self-centered in that way. No, I guess you can say that a little bit, because who else do I have to center? Myself, right? I'm not gonna make somebody the center of my universe. I make myself the center of my universe, and that doesn't mean that I don't consider other people, or I think that it's not like I make everything about me. No, that's not what I mean, but I am the center of my own universe, of my world, and I've always been my biggest fan in that way. And when I'm going through something or when I need advice, because I am the biggest fan of myself, I watch my own videos a lot. And this is something that is not new. I've talked about this before, is the content that I upload on YouTube. It could be YouTube, TikTok, or I mean anywhere really. That's the content that I like to see. It's the content that I like to consume. It's the kind of videos that I like to not only create but consume, see, watch, and listen to. You know what I mean? That's the kind of things that I love. Let's talk about philosophy, psychology, society, human behavior, trends, fashion, interior design, anything really, just unsolicited opinions and advice. Those are the things that I like to watch and listen to and consume. So I am my biggest fan. I will watch my own videos 100,000 times before anybody else does. I will like my video before anybody else does. I will share it before anybody else does, you know. And to some people, they might think that's weird, but with me, I really don't think that's weird. I don't think that's selfish and self-centered in like a negative way, because I can't begin to tell you how much the videos that I've uploaded, like the advice videos of me trying to encourage you guys, have helped me personally. It's like, that's why I always say I upload these videos for you, but I always upload them also for myself. I'm giving you guys this advice, but I'm also giving it to myself first. I'm doing this self-reflection because the episodes that I do, the podcast is called self-reflection. I'm doing this self-reflection not only so that you can be able to sit with yourself and look yourself deep down in the eye and look yourself in the mirror and do that self-reflection and do that shadow work, but I'm also simultaneously doing that same thing with myself. You know what I mean? So yeah, when I'm going through it and I need that pat on the shoulder and I need that motivation, I need something that makes me feel good, I swear to God, I watch my own videos. And I just finished watching some of them right now because I was just not in the best headspace. Nothing happened, but just life kind of like beating my butt right now. And I was just like, oh man, what is going on? So I pulled my phone, watched some of my videos, and sometimes I just sit there and listen to my voice and watch myself, which is something I used to cringe a lot at hearing my voice and watching my own videos, but now I don't, because I have to do that every time I have to edit a video or an episode like this in audio format. So I constantly have to listen and watch myself, even when I'm in acting class and I film these videos, and I have to watch myself do monologues and dialogues. So that kind of like just disappeared. That fear or that way of me cringing at my own voice and videos and watching my face, that disappeared a long time ago. Talking about growth, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. But yeah, you know. And when I'm watching or listening to my own advice, I don't watch myself and I'm like, that's me right there, and I'm like obsessed with myself. No, it feels like a separate entity in a way. It feels like a separate person that I'm listening to. It's like, it's myself, like I can tell that's me, but also at the same time it doesn't feel like that is me that I'm watching. It just feels like a completely different person who is separate from me, but also they're not really separate from me because that's me. You know what I mean? So yeah, and when I'm going through it, I will watch my own videos, and I will always be my biggest fan before anybody else is, truly. And I think that's the greatest gift that you can give to yourself. You have to love you. You have to love you. You have to support you before anybody else does. You have to be there for you before anybody else is. When you treat yourself good, the best, and other people will have no choice but to treat you the best. You know, you teach people how to treat you, and when you treat yourself well and somebody else comes along and they don't treat you well, they don't do that, you're gonna be like, I'm out, I'm not gonna do this. You know I treat me better than you're trying to treat me, so for that reason I'm gone, bye bye. You know what I mean? So yeah. And again, I'm not telling you to be selfish. I'm not telling you to be a narcissist, because I'm definitely not a narcissist. I'm not telling you to feel like you're the center of the world, of the universe, in a bad way. But you truly are the center of your own world and the center of your own universe, and I don't think you should be centering your life around anybody but yourself. Truly, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It doesn't mean that you're a selfish person in a bad way. And I think being selfish always has like a negative connotation to it, but I don't think it's bad to be selfish a little bit if it means you taking care of yourself and basically distancing yourself from things and people that don't treat you the best. So yeah, I don't know even what I'm talking about at this point, but I hope that you got to get some value from this. But you need to be your own fan. You need to be your biggest fan. When you are, other people will follow along. They'll come. Maybe it's not right now, but right now you need to be there for you. You need to support you. You need to love you. You need to watch your own videos. You need to read your own books and your own poetry and recite it out loud and love it, and listen to your music and sing it out loud. You have to do that before anybody else will have to basically come along and do that. It's like, yeah, it's cool when other people come and do that, but you have to do it first with yourself. You have to be there for you first, so that even if that doesn't, even when that goes away, it won't do anything to you, because it's like, yeah, you've always been there for you. You know what I mean? So if other people or outside sources are loving you and supporting you or not, it doesn't really matter. Like, it's beautiful when they do, but when they're not, it will not affect you, really. It will not. So I think that's a beautiful thing to learn how to do. Love you, be there for you, support yourself no matter what. But also remember not to have a big head. Remember not to have a big attitude. Remember not to think that you're better than everyone, because let's be honest, you're not. You're not. I'm not. Nobody truly is. We're on this freaking floating rock in nowhere, in the middle of nowhere. We really all don't know what we're doing here. We all think that we do, but we truly do not. Just try to make the best of this. So that's all I have to say for today's episode, man. I missed you and I love you so much, and I hope you get healthier, both physically and mentally. I hope you achieve all your dreams. I hope you meet the love of your life. I hope you get to finish school, get that job. I hope you get to travel and try out new different foods from all around the world. I hope your pillow is cold from both sides at night. I just hope you have a fun and happy and healthy, whimsical life that you will love and will be able to look back on and appreciate and be like, oh God, boy, did I have a time. Yes, because I love you that much. That's all I have to say for today's episode. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and that's all I have to say. Bye bye.